students, in chapter 5, that is differentiation, we have learned how to find derivatives of composite function, inverse trigonometric function, implicit, exponential and logarithmic functions. In this chapter, application of derivatives, we will learn how to use derivatives with respect to mathematical concepts in real life, like derivative as a rate measure, to find equation of tangent and normal, to find equation of tangent and normal to a curve at a point, approximate value of certain quantities, to find whether a function is increasing or decreasing, to find maximum and minimum value of a function. So, we say it as maxima or minima. We will be seeing all these concepts in application of derivative. For time being, let us focus on the first application, rate measure. The first application, rate of change of quantities or rate measure. This is used in our daily activities as the change is all around us, like change in the cost of, change in the price of quantities, change in the number of population, etc. In geometry also, it is called as slope, that is change in y with respect to x. So, this slope, change in y with respect to x, we denote it as dy by dx, change in y with respect to x. What is change in y with respect to x? It is nothing but slope. We will study this in detail later in the coming concepts. So, slope is dy by dx. With all these, we can understand the concept of rate of change. So, if we go to define rate of change is a measure of how much one quantity changes with respect to another quantity. Let me focus on one quantity changes with respect to another quantity, that is called as rate of change. So, measure of how one quantity changes with respect to another quantity. To measure the change, we should have an initial value and a final value. Depending on how initial value and final value is, we have average rate of change, instantaneous rate of change. Now, average rate of change is rate of change we calculate in an average. For instance, kilometer per liter, you know it very well, it is mileage of your vehicle. Cost per kilowatt per hour, electricity charges you pay every month. Kilometer per hour, of course you do not want me to say this, it is speed of a vehicle. So, all these comes under average rate of change. Instantaneous rate of change, the very term says it is the rate of change at that particular instant or rate of change at a given moment. For example, if growth of a child, height of a child depends on his age. So, height of a child keeps on increasing with respect to the time, age, or we say it as time. So, there is a growth with respect to the time. So, height of the child, change in height, we will write it as dh, with respect to time is dt. So, there is a change in height with respect to the time. This height is a dependent variable. It depends on the time, and dt, time is independent variable. So, height depends on the time. If I have to ask you what is the change in height at one particular interval, so you can easily measure it. So, instantaneous rate of change is the change at that particular instant. In application of derivatives, we generally use instantaneous rate of change. Rate of change can be positive or negative. For instance, suppose you are throwing a ball. So, when you throw a ball, here slope is positive. Why? Because there is an acute angle with respect to x. Here slope will be negative because this is an obtuse angle with respect to x, and at this particular point slope will be 0. Now, here if you see, when y increases as x increases, so y value is increased with the increase in x. So, that means it is a positive rate of change. So, positive rate of change in y with respect to x will be positive. That is, dy by dx is positive. Here, when y decreases with the increase in x. So, here y value decreases with the increase in x. So, this is a negative rate of change of y with respect to x, that is dy by dx is negative. At this particular point, y value remains constant with the increase of x and y. So, at this point rate of change is 0. So, dy by dx is equal to 0. So, this is 0 rate of change. If there is a change in displacement with respect to time, we write it as ds by dt, change in displacement with respect to time. And what do you call this as? This is nothing but velocity. So, velocity is equal to ds by dt. If there is a change in velocity with respect to time, we call it as acceleration. So, a is equal to dv by dt. In the same way, if suppose radius of a circle is increased or the area of a circle is increased because the radius is changed. So, when there is a change in radius, automatically there will be a change in area of the circle. So, how do you denote it? Change in area with respect to the radius. So, we write it as dA by dr, change in area with respect to radius. If you have change in volume with respect to time, how do you write it as? You write it as dV by dt, change in volume with respect to time. Now, let us move on to the problems. Before we start the problems, let us recall few formulas that we will be using, that we will be applying in the problems, and these formulas we have studied in our previous classes. So, let us recall. Area of rectangle is length into breadth. Perimeter of rectangle. Perimeter is nothing but going around all the sides. So, length plus breadth plus length plus breadth will be twice of L plus B. Area of a square is A square. Perimeter of a square is 4A. If a side is A, then A plus A plus A plus A is 4A. Area of a circle is pi r square. Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Volume of a cube is A cube. Surface area of a cube. Now, a cube has 6 faces of a square. So, surface area of a cube is 6A square. Volume of sphere. Formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. Surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. If you see, volume of cylinder is pi r square h. Just recall, cylinder is pi r square h and cone is 1/3 of the cylinder. So, volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. These are the formulas we will be using in the problems. Let us have a look at the first problem. The volume of a cube is increasing at the rate of 8 centimeter cube per second. Now, before we start the problem, have a look at this word increasing. Whenever the change increases, it will be positive. If the change decreases, it will be negative. So, let us have this in our mind and start the problem. They have given volume of cube is increasing at the rate of 8 centimeter cube per second. The units given is a clue. So, this is volume, cubic units is volume with respect to time. So, 8 centimeter cube per second will be dV by dt. So, let me write dV by dt as 8 centimeter cube per second. Always half of the problem will be solved when you write what is given and what is asked. So, they have given dV by dt is 8 centimeter cube per second. Then, how fast is the surface area increasing? So, you have to find change in surface area, that is dA by dt. When the length of an edge is 12 centimeter, so that edge length we will take it as x. So, when x is equal to 12 centimeter, what is dA by dt? So, you have to find this. They have given change in volume. So, let us start with the volume. Now, what is this? It is a cube. So, let us take volume of a cube as x cube. If the side is x, if an edge is x, then volume of a cube is x cube. Now, differentiate this volume with respect to time. dV by dt is equal to x cube. How do you differentiate? Bring the power down, subtract 1 from the power. So, you will have it as 3x square, but this is x and you are differentiating with respect to t. So, you have to write it as dx by dt. Now, substitute whatever you have. dV by dt is 8 is equal to 3, write it as it is, x is 12. So, 12 square will be 144 dx by dt. Calculate and find out dx by dt. So, dx by dt is equal to 3 into 144. You take it to the left hand side. So, when you simplify, you will be getting 1 by 54. Next, you have to find dA by dt. So, take the formula for area of a cube. So, surface area of a cube, I will write it as A. So, surface area of a cube is 6A square. I will denote surface area as A. So, A is equal to 6A square, but here we have taken x. So, area A is equal to 6x square. Now, differentiate area with respect to time. So, 6, keep it as it is, x square when you differentiate, you will be getting 2x and you are differentiating x with respect to t. So, dx by dt. Now, substitute all the values that you have. 6 into 2 into x is 12. So, 6 into 2 into 12 into dx by dt, we got it as 1 by 54. So, 1 by 54. So, when you simplify all these, you will be getting dA by dt is equal to 8 by 3. Now, check out with the units. Area will be square units. What is the unit given here? Centimeter. So, it will be centimeter square per second. Area with respect to time. So, centimeter square per second. Have a look at the second problem. A stone is dropped into a quiet lake and waves move in circles at the speed of 5 centimeter per second. At the instant when the radius of the circular wave is 8 centimeter, how fast is the enclosed area increasing? Now first let us write what is given and what is asked. A stone is dropped into a lake and waves move in circle. Waves move. How do waves move? Because there is a change in radius. So this 5 centimeter per second will be change in radius with respect to time. So you can write it as dr by dt is 5 centimeter per second. Next, when the radius of the circle is 8 centimeter. So when r is equal to 8 centimeter, how fast is the enclosed area increasing? So you should find change in areas, a change in area with respect to time. So dA by dt is what you have to find. Now dr by dt is given, so that means let us take the area formula. You have to find dA by dt, so take area of a circle. Area of a circle is pi r square. Differentiate area with respect to time, that is what you have to find. So dA by dt is equal to, when you differentiate this, pi is a constant, keep it as it is. R square, when you differentiate, bring the power down and subtract 1 from the power. So you will be getting 2r, but you are differentiating r with respect to t. So you will write here dr by dt. Now substitute whatever is given, pi to pi as it is, r is given as 8, dr by dt is 5. So 8 into 5 40, 40 into 2 is 80, you will get 80 pi. What will be the units? It is dA by dt. A is area, square units. So you will write it as centimeter square per second. Now let us have a look at the third problem. All these are very important 5 marks problem, part D questions. The length x of a rectangle is decreasing at the rate of 5 centimeter per minute. So length here they have taken it as x, and if you note, this is decreasing. So whenever the change is decreasing, then the change will be negative. So you write change in x with respect to t, it is decreasing. So you write it as minus 5 centimeter per minute. Next, and the width y is increasing at the rate of 4 centimeter per minute. So change in y, you write it as dy by dt is 4 centimeter per minute. When x is 8 and y is 6, so they have given x is 8 centimeter and y is 6 centimeter. Find the rate of change of perimeter and area. So you have to find change in perimeter with respect to time. So dp by dt is equal to question mark, and you have to find change in area. So dA by dt is also what you have to find. Now you have to find dp by dt, change in perimeter. So let us take perimeter formula. Perimeter of a rectangle will be 2 into L plus B, and here length is x and breadth is y. So we will take it as x plus y. So perimeter will be 2 into x plus y. differentiate perimeter with respect to time. Constant 2. So, constant in multiplication will remain as it is. So, keep 2 as it is. Differentiate x with respect to t. You will write it as dx by dt plus differentiate y with respect to t. You will write it as dy by dt. Now, substitute. We know dx by dt is minus 5 and dy by dt is 4. So, minus 5 plus 4 will be minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1 into 2 is minus 2. Just check out with the units, it is perimeter. So, you will have it as centimeter per minute. dp by dt is minus 2 centimeter per minute. What do you mean by this minus? Perimeter is decreasing, that is why we are getting this minus. Next, let us go for the B division. You have to find area of a rectangle. So, area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Here length is x and breadth is y. So, we will take it as x into y. Differentiate area with respect to time. So, dA by dt. X into y, apply product rule. So, keep x as it is, differentiate y with respect to t plus keep y as it is, differentiate x with respect to t. Substitute whatever you have. X is 8, dy by dt is 4. So, you will have here 8 into 4 plus y is 6 and dx by dt is minus 5. So, 32 minus 30 will give you 2. This is dA by dt. So, your units will be centimeter square per minute. Have a look. Change in perimeter, we got it as minus 2 centimeter per minute and change in area is 2 centimeter square per minute. Have a look at the fourth problem. A balloon which remains spherical on inflation is being inflated by pumping in 900 cubic centimeters of gas per second. Find the rate at which radius of the balloon increases when the radius is 15 centimeter. So, focus on 900 cubic centimeters of gas per second. By looking at the units, you can easily make out that this is dV by dt. Change in volume with respect to time is 900 cubic centimeter, or I will write it as centimeter cube per second. Find the rate at which radius of the balloon increases. So, you have to find change in radius with respect to time when the radius is 15 centimeter. So, they have given r is equal to 15 centimeter. So, this is what is given, dV by dt is 900, when r is 15 centimeter, what is dr by dt. Now, since volume is, change in volume is given, let us take the formula volume of sphere. Here balloon is of sphere. So, volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. I will repeat, volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So, differentiate V with respect to t. 4 by 3 will remain as it is, pi will remain as it is, r cube when you differentiate, bring the power down and subtract 1 from the power. So, you will get 3r square, r you are differentiating with respect to t. So, do not forget to write dr by dt. Now, whatever is given, let us write that. 3 and 3 will get cancelled. dV by dt is 900 is equal to 4 pi, r is 15, so 15 square dr by dt is what you have to find. So, when you simplify 15 square into 4, that is 225 into 4, you will be getting 900. So, dr by dt will be equal to 900 and 900 will get cancelled. Take pi to the other side. So, you will have 1 by pi. Now, this is change in radius with respect to time. So, the units will be centimeter per second. So, dr by dt will be 1 by pi centimeter per second. Fifth problem, a ladder 5 meter long is leaning against a wall. The bottom of the ladder is pulled along the ground away from the wall at the rate of 2 centimeter per second. How fast is its height on the wall decreasing when the foot of the ladder is 4 meter away from the wall? So, let us take this as wall and this as floor, and this hypotenuse will be the ladder. So, this hypotenuse will make up the ladder, this height of the wall, this will be the height of the wall, and this will be the distance from the wall to the foot of the ladder. So, this distance I will take it as x, and height of the wall we will take it as y. What else is given? A ladder 5 meter long is leaning against a wall. So, if I take this as triangle ABC, this is the ladder which is 5 meters. Now, the ladder is pulled along the ground away from the wall at the rate of 2 centimeter per second. So, have a look, the ladder is pulled. So, when the ladder is pulled, there will be a change in this x. At the same time, there will be a change in y. So, change in x is what is given, ground away from the wall at the rate of 2 centimeter per second. So, this 2 centimeter per second will be dx by dt. How fast is its height on the wall decreasing? So, height on the wall we have taken it as y. So, height on the wall is decreasing. So, that means you have to find dy by dt. When foot of the ladder is 4 meter away from the wall. Foot of the ladder is 4 meters. So, that means when x is 4 meters, what is dy by dt? So, x is given as 4 meters. Let me repeat. So, x will be the distance from the wall to the foot of the ladder. And y is height of the wall. dx by dt is 2 centimeter per second is given. When x is 4 meters, you have to find change in height, that is dy by dt. Now, this is a right angled triangle. So, let us use the property Pythagoras. So, according to Pythagoras property, we have x square plus y square is equal to 5 square. Now, value of x is given. So, let us find the value of y using this equation. So, x square will be 4 square plus y square is equal to 25. So, you will be getting y square is equal to 25 minus 16, which is 9. So, y will be equal to plus or minus 3, but since y is the height of the wall, we will be taking only the positive quantity. So, we have x, we got y. Let us use this Pythagoras property again. X square plus y square is equal to 25. You have to find dy by dt, and they have given dx by dt. So, that means we have to differentiate the equation. So, differentiate, the power will come down 2x dx by dt plus 2y dy by dt is equal to 25 is a constant. When you differentiate, you will get 0. Throughout divide by 2, so the equation becomes x dx by dt plus y dy by dt is equal to 0. Substitute, x is 4, dx by dt is 2 plus y is, we got it as 3, and dy by dt is what you have to find, is equal to 0. 4 into 2 is 8, take it to the right hand side. So, you will be getting dy by dt is equal to minus 8 by 3. Now, this is the change in height. So, the units will be centimeter per second. Now, if you see, the change in height is negative. What does that mean? Height of the wall is decreasing at the rate of 8 by 3 centimeter per second. So, give a conclusion, height of the wall is decreasing at the rate of 8 by 3 centimeter per second. Since you have mentioned the word decreasing, no need of writing the sign, negative sign. So, height of the wall is decreasing at the rate of 8 by 3 centimeter per second. Sixth problem, a particle moves along the curve 6y is equal to x cube plus 2. Find the points on the curve at which y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as x coordinate. So, first let us write what is given. They have given particle moves along the curve 6y is equal to x cube plus 2. Let us keep it as it is. Go for the next statement. You have to find the points on the curve. So, finding the points on the curve means you have to find what is x and what is y, a point. And then they have given y coordinate is changing, y is changing, change in y with respect to time. So, y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as x coordinate. So, 8 times the change in x. We write it as dy by dt is equal to 8 into dx by dt. So, change in y is 8 times as fast as change in x. Now, this is given, you have to find the point. Then they have also given 6y is equal to x cube plus 2. Now, let us differentiate this. 6 will remain as it is. Differentiate y with respect to t. So, you will write it as dy by dt is equal to x cube. When you differentiate, bring the power down and subtract 1 from the power. So, it will be 3x square, but you are differentiating x with respect to t. So, do not forget to write dx by dt plus 2 when you differentiate, it is 0, because when you differentiate a constant, it becomes 0. Let us simplify this. So, you will have 2 into, now dy by dt is given as 8 into dx by dt. So, just substitute it, 8 into dx by dt is dy by dt. Now, this is equal to x square dx by dt. Cancel out dx by dt on both the sides. So, you will be having x square is equal to 2 into 8 is 16. So, x will be plus or minus 4. So, you have two values of x, one is plus 4, another is minus 4. So, now when x is equal to 4, substitute this 4 in the given equation. 6y is equal to x cube plus 2. So, when you substitute, you will get 6 into y is equal to x cube will be 64 plus 2, which is 66. So, implies y will be equal to 66 by 6 will give you 11. Therefore, here when x is 4, y is 11. Next, when x is minus 4, substitute x as minus 4 in the given equation. So, 6y is equal to minus 4 the whole cube. It will be 6y is equal to minus 64 plus 2. So, y will be equal to minus 64 plus 2 is minus 62 by 6, which will be minus 31 by 3. Therefore, the point is minus 4 minus 31 by 3. You will conclude it saying the given points are, the required points are, the required points are 4, 11 and minus 4, minus 31 by 3. Let us have a look at the 7th problem. Sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. The falling sand forms a cone on the ground in such a way that height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius of the base. How fast is height of the sand cone increasing when the height is 4 centimeter? So, the falling sand forms a cone height and this will be the radius. First, let us write what is given. Sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. So, this statement itself defines that this is the change in volume. If you are not sure, then just look at the units over here, centimeter cube per second. So, that means this will be dV by dt. So, dV by dt is 12 centimeter cube per second. The falling sand forms a cone on the ground in such a way that height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius. So, let us write that height of the cone is h is equal to 1/6. So, 1 by 6 of the radius. So, h is equal to 1 by 6 r. Now, if h is 1 by 6 r, always in a cone, if you recall the volume of a cone formula, it is 1 by 3 pi r square h. So, you have two variables here, r and h. So, what we will do is, in a cone you get what is r. So, from this we get r is equal to 6h. They have given h is equal to 1 by 6 r. So, from this we get r is equal to 6h. What else is given? How fast is height of the sand cone increasing when the height is 4 centimeter? So, when h is equal to 4 centimeter, what will be dh by dt? So, you have to find change in height. Now, they have given change in volume. So, let us start with volume of a cone formula. Volume of a cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Now, we already know the value of r. R is 6h. So, let us substitute the value of r before differentiating. So, 1 by 3 pi r is 6h the whole square into h. Simplify this. 1 by 3 pi, 6 square is 36, h square into h is h cube. So, when you cancel this, you will be getting 12 pi h cube will be the volume. Now we have reduced it to one variable. So this is the time to differentiate. Let's differentiate volume with respect to t. So dV by dt is equal to 12 pi as it is. H cube, when you differentiate, bring the power down and subtract 1 from the power. So you will get 3h square. Don't forget, we are differentiating h with respect to t. So you have to write dH by dt. Now let's substitute whatever we know. dV by dt is 12 is equal to 12 pi into 3 and h is given as 4. So 4 square will be 16 into dH by dt. 12 will get cancelled. So here there will be 1. Take everything to one side. You will be having dH by dt is equal to 1 by 3 into 16 is 48 pi. Now let's check on with the units. Change in height with respect to time. So it will be centimeter per second. So dH by dt is equal to 1 by 48 pi centimeter per second. So height is increasing at the rate of 1 by 48 pi centimeter per second. Eighth problem. A man of height 2 meters walks at a uniform speed of 5 km per hour away from a lamppost which is 6 meters high. Find the rate at which length of shadow increases. So a man of height 2 meters, let's just draw this. Suppose if this is a man of height 2 meters walks at a uniform speed of 5 km per hour away from a lamppost. So he walks away from a lamppost. So man of height 2 meters walks away from a lamppost which is 6 meters high. That means the height of the lamppost is 6 meters. Height of the man is 2 meters. So let's join all these. Now this will be the walking distance of the man from the lamppost. So BD is the walking distance. BD is the walking distance of the man from the lamppost, and this DC I will take it as Y, and this DC will be the length of the shadow. So walking distance we have taken it as X, and length of the shadow we have taken it as Y. So this is the diagram you have to draw. ABC, you have two triangles over here, triangle ABC and triangle CDE. I will repeat, DE is a man of height 2 meters, AB is a lamppost of height 6 meters. Man walks away from a lamppost at a uniform speed of 5 km per hour. So he walks at a uniform speed. So that means there will be a change in this X. So change in X with respect to t. We write it as dx by dt. So dx by dt is 5 km per hour. Find the rate at which length of the shadow increases. Now length of the shadow we have taken it as y. You have to find change in y. So that means you have to find dy by dt. From the diagram it is very clear. You have two triangles. One is triangle ABC and another is triangle CDE. What will you say about these two triangles? Triangle ABC is similar to triangle CDE. So let's use the similarity, that means the sides are proportional. So let's take the triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, I will take the side AB. So correspondingly take triangle CDE. So the corresponding side of triangle CDE will be DE, which is equal to, in triangle ABC take the side BC. So BC, in triangle CDE take the corresponding side as DC. Now AB it's given, it's 6, DE is 2 is equal to BC. This entire length is x plus y. So write here as x plus y upon DC is y. Simplify this. So you will be getting 3 is equal to x plus y by y. Now take this y to the left hand side. You will have 3y is equal to x plus y. Take all y terms to one side. So 3y minus y will give you 2y is equal to x. So now let's differentiate this equation, because our aim is to find dy by dt. So 2 into differentiate y with respect to t is equal to differentiate x with respect to t. Substitute whatever you know. They have given dx by dt is 5. So dy by dt is equal to dx by dt is 5. Take 2 to the right hand side. So 5 by 2. Now this dy by dt is nothing but length of the shadow. So the unit will be kilometer per hour. We have covered all the types under this application, rate of change of quantities, and these problems are very important, 5 marks.